Hi everyone, my name is Jane. Welcome to my channel. Disclaimer before you start watching this video, the title might be a little bit sensitive and some of you might not like the idea of this video, but I hope that you consider watching the whole video first before passing any judgment. And I really hope that you also share your thoughts and opinion about this topic in the comment section down below. So in today's video, I will talk about the 10 reasons not to marry a Korean man. I actually came up with 15, but I narrowed it down to 10. Maybe later I can come up with another video to show you the rest of these reasons. The reason number 1, it might sound a little silly, but Korean men are hardly romantic. And in addition to that, Valentine's Day is not gonna be a romantic day for you ladies. Valentine's Day is meant to be for guys or men in Korea. And we ladies are expected to give them gifts and sweets, chocolates, maybe not necessarily flowers. But the point here is that if you expect your Korean husband or maybe Korean boyfriend to be very romantic and do things that Korean Oppas do in movies and dramas, you will be surely disappointed. Reason number 2, marrying a Korean man might not be a good idea for you if you cannot imagine living with your parents-in-law, especially with your mother-in-law. Traditionally, Korean men are expected to take care of their parents. Filial duty or filial piety is very important to them. So if your husband is the eldest son in the family or the only son in the family, you are expected to maybe one day live with your parents-in-law or maybe take care of your parents-in-law. And that means you might need to spend every day of your married life with your parents-in-law or your mother-in-law. And you know what they say about Korean mothers-in-law. So if you are not ready and if you're not willing to share that love and attention with your mother-in-law, then marrying a Korean man might not be for you. Third reason has something to do with the national holidays in Korea. If you are not ready to serve your husband's family, especially on national holidays such as Lunar New Year and Thanksgiving Day, and add to that days when they do memorial rites or chesa. At the end of these holidays or events, Korean wives usually complain of body pain, especially because most men usually don't help out in the kitchen. If you're not ready or at least willing to do this, you might reconsider marrying that Korean boyfriend of yours. Let's move on to number 4. So many people love an occasional meeting with friends, meeting after work. But in Korea, there is this timeless company culture called hweshik. There is round 1, round 2, round 3, and then some of these guys even come home early in the morning or they don't come home at all. So if you are that wife who expect your husband to be home at least before midnight, and if you cannot trust your man when they go out drinking, especially when they start going to places like room salons in Korea or singing rooms with girls around, then you might regret marrying this Korean man later on when problems start arising. Another reason why marrying a Korean man might not be a good idea for you is very simple. It's the language barrier. And I'm telling you that language barrier in Korea is real. Even in my case, my husband speaks English and I speak a little Korean. We still have a few miscommunications sometimes, and that can lead to misunderstandings. But if you are one of those couples, for instance, that are not able to communicate at all, if your English is bad, your husband's English is terrible, or if you cannot speak Korean at all, before you marry your Korean boyfriend, it is best that you study Korean first. So even if he doesn't speak English, you will at least be able to communicate in Korean. But if you are not willing to study Korean and your husband is not willing to at least learn a little bit of English and there is no way for you to communicate at all, marrying a Korean man might not be a good idea. Just imagine those days, for example, when you get pregnant, you need to go for a checkup, or when you have a baby and you need to go to the hospital or go to the bank, or you might also need to go to your child's school to talk to the teachers. You cannot expect your husband to be there with you all the time, doing things for you. Studying Korean is going to be very important if you really want to marry that Korean man. Reason number 6 has something to do with housing. Housing in Korea is very, very expensive. It is one of the most expensive countries in the world to live, mainly because it has a small land area, and that means there's not enough space for more than 50 million people to build a house. So a lot of Koreans live in apartments, and apartments in Korea are very expensive. Unless your husband is financially capable or you get financial help from your parents-in-law, it might not be easy for you and your Korean husband to find a place or a home to live in comfortably. And if you got used to having a nice house in the Philippines with a big yard, you might reconsider marrying a Korean man and living in Korea for that reason. In addition to that, childcare is also ridiculously expensive in Korea. One of the main reasons why young Koreans don't want to marry or have children is because it's gonna take so much money to send your children to school, provide them with the things that they need, clothing, health insurance, dental care, and so on. If you are not ready to go through the challenges and difficulties of raising children in Korea, marrying a Korean man might not be a good idea. Another reason why it's not a good idea to marry a Korean man is if you are looking for someone to help you get rich fast and support your family. Koreans in general work really hard, and they know the importance of every penny that they make. So if you're looking for somebody that you expect to support your family back home, or maybe build a house for your parents, buy cars or expensive gifts for your family back home, don't. Very few Korean wives might be very lucky to have found that man who is willing to support their family, provide them with everything that they want, give them everything that they've dreamed of. But majority of Korean men in Korea simply don't have that much financial freedom. And a lot of Korean couples in Korea have to work hard to support their family. And if you want to support your parents or to send your siblings to school, it is better that you work first. Otherwise, you're going to be up for a major disappointment. Next reason, adultery was decriminalized in Korea. So in case your husband decides to play around, find a mistress, meet another girl while you are still married, you will not be able to send your husband to jail because adultery is no longer legally punishable in Korea. Reason number 9, divorce is as easy as 1, 2, 3 in Korea. So if you came from a traditional family and you value marriage so much and you cannot imagine getting married and getting divorced, marrying a Korean man might be so much of a challenge for you to keep that marriage going. Because in case your husband decides, for example, that he no longer wants to live with you, he no longer wants to be married with you, he can file for divorce. And you can easily lose that dream of a perfect, happy family. So bear in mind that if you do not believe in divorce, marrying a Korean man might not be a good idea for you. And last but not the least, if you ever decide to marry a Korean man and you are looking forward to working in Korea, getting employment, I'm sorry to say, but the reality is that there are limited job opportunities for foreign wives. Yes, there are free trainings provided by the local and the national government for free, but sad to say, it might not be very easy for you to get employed. And if ever you get a job, it might be too far from your dream job. So these are some of the reasons why you should consider carefully before marrying a Korean man. And if you are not ready for any of these reasons, then it might not be a good idea for you to marry a Korean man. So if you have any concerns, violent reactions, or if there's anything that you would like to share about this topic, leave a comment down below. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to support my channel. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!